So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So guys, we've just seen Daniel Dubois lose to Alexander Usyk in a fight that I think was a good fight. I think, Usyk was obviously levels above Dubois. But I think Dubois should be world champion right now. And I'm a big Usyk fan. I've always been a massive Usyk fan. I think Usyk he's the best one of the best fighters in the world. I've always said I think Usyk could beat Fury as well, and he could become undisputed champion. However, now obviously after that, you do question Usyk's resistance to the body. Now there's always been rumors about Usyk not taking great body shots. I think that might give Tyson Fury the confidence now to get in the ring with him, because clearly we see there's weakness there. There's always been a slight weakness with Usyk with the body shots. I think Beterbiev put him down as an amateur with the body, hitting him to the body. But what I want to talk about is that what I think is injustice, what's happened to Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois should be a world heavyweight champion right now, unified heavyweight champion. He put Alexander Usyk down. Alexander Usyk went down. And people are saying, well, if Alexander Usyk was being counted, he would have got up. He was gone. He was gone. If you've ever been hit by a body shot and you've been winded, you're not getting back up from that. He was badly in a bad way. You could tell from his face he was winded bad. If he had managed to get back up, he would have got knocked out, because he was gone. Even if you look after the 5 minutes when Usyk had recovered, right? Usyk was still running, like he still had to run around the ring, because he was hurt still. He hadn't fully recovered after 5 minutes. You could tell he was still circling the ring, right? So imagine if he had got up after 10 seconds or he beat the count. Imagine what he would have been like. He would have been worse. Dubois would have finished him off at that point. Usyk wasn't beating that count. He was really badly hurt. Like I said, I've been winded before, so I know what it's like to be winded. And his face was one of a guy that was really badly winded. It doesn't matter how good you are, how tough you are. When you're winded, you can't do anything. You literally can't breathe. Doesn't matter how tough you are. And Usyk's known for being weak in the body. Before this fight, prior to that, there was rumors, because people were like, what's Usyk's weakness? Usyk hasn't really got much of a weakness. He's technically so good. But his only weakness was that people said, or, that in the industry you heard people saying that Alexander Usyk struggles taking body shots. So we've clearly seen in that fight that he was hurt to the body. That was, in my opinion, that was borderline. I don't think it was low. And I think Daniel Dubois should be world heavyweight champion. It's unfortunate for Dubois. He was outclassed, don't get me wrong. Usyk was way better than him. But that's not how boxing works. If you judge that fight in the moment, Dubois should be world champion. And I don't really want to see a rematch, because I don't think Dubois can beat Usyk. I think that was his moment. He should have been champion at that point, because he basically landed a good shot and Usyk was hurt. I think Usyk is levels above Dubois. I think he's a much better fighter. I just think Dubois in that moment hit him with a good shot, and Usyk felt it and he went down. But again, Usyk went down, and people are saying, well, Usyk would have got up. I don't think so. I think he was out. I think he was in a bad way. I don't think he gets up from that. If the referee had started counting. So I'm gutted for Dubois. I'm going for Dubois, because Dubois said at the end that he feels cheated. Look, Frank Warren isn't going to let that one slide. Frank Warren isn't going to let that slide. There's no way, because he rates Dubois. He's always been hyping up Dubois. So Frank Warren isn't going to let that go. And actually, Frank Warren might. And even if they don't get the rematch, imagine Dubois' now story moving forward. They're going to be saying, well, Dubois should be world champion. Dubois knocked out Usyk and he was robbed. You know, and that is a great selling point. And a lot of the public also feel Dubois should be world champion. So Dubois now moving forward, people may look at it and think, Dubois, this might be actually good for his career move. Because if he had lost and been totally outclassed, this incident didn't happen, people would have said, oh, this guy, he ain't got no heart. He's got no heart. He's got no, that's twice he's quit. I don't think he quit. I just think he had nothing left. But really, I think that controversy has basically, in my opinion, a good selling point, because people will say Dubois should be world heavyweight champion. He should be world heavyweight champion. I feel for Dubois, I do. And I think a lot of people are on his side as well. I saw Josh Taylor tweeting. I saw Amir Khan tweeting. I saw many people tweeting that Daniel Dubois has been robbed here. So I think Dubois is unlucky. And you know what? Like I said, for someone like Dubois, who's not on Usyk's level, that moment needs to go his way. That moment needs to go his way. Because if that moment goes his way, Dubois becomes world heavyweight champion. So look, I feel bad for Dubois, because, like I said, Dubois is not on the level of Usyk, and I don't really want to see the rematch, because I know how the rematch would probably go. I don't think Dubois. Look, I think he probably deserves it. I think he probably deserves a rematch, even though I don't want to see it. I think he deserves it, because I think he should be champion. I think he's been hard done by. So if I think he's been hard done by, then I think he should at the least deserve a rematch. But yeah, it's disappointing for Dubois. I'm sure Dubois would be gutted. His family will be gutted. Frank Warren would be gutted. But that's boxing. The referee. Look, when you're a big name fighter like Usyk, and you're fighting, and Dubois fighting away, you can't really expect for much from away. You're probably, anything that is slightly not in your favor is going to go towards Alexander Usyk, because Usyk is the guy. He's the main guy. He was the A side in that fight. So I feel for Usyk. I do feel for Usyk. But sorry for Dubois. But that's just the way it goes. That's just the way things go. Boxing is like that. So let's see what happens. I think there's going to be a lot of talk around this. There's going to be a lot of controversy, a lot of talk. People are going to be talking for weeks about this. Because a lot of people are going to feel that Daniel Dubois should be world champion here. I feel Daniel Dubois should be world champion. I really do feel for him. And I'm a massive Usyk fan. I didn't think Dubois would go past 4 rounds. Honestly, I didn't think Dubois would go past 4 rounds. And I think Usyk outclassed him the majority of that fight. But that moment belonged to Daniel Dubois. And he was, in my opinion, robbed of that moment. And robbed of seeing what would have happened. Would Usyk beat the count? Would he, but we were robbed of seeing that moment, because for me, it was legal. It's not what would have happened. It's not the fact we were robbed to see that moment and see how Usyk would have reacted. I personally think that he doesn't beat that count. And if he does beat it, he gets stopped, because I don't think he would have had anything left, because he was winded bad. When you're winded really badly, you're not beating 10 seconds. You're not getting recovery in 10 seconds. It takes ages for you to recover. It takes ages. Like I said, after 5 minutes, he didn't look that great. After 5 minutes, he didn't look great. So you can imagine after 10 seconds what he would have been like. So, yeah, I think Dubois probably is very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. But, yeah, gutted. Gutted for Dubois. Look, I want to see him fight Fury now. I want to see him fight Fury Usyk. If Dubois doesn't get his rematch, then I would like to see him fight Fury. I think Fury should now, after the Ngannou fight, should think, look, this is a winnable fight for me. I'm bigger, I'm strong. I've seen weaknesses in Usyk. I can beat this guy quite handily. So I think he should be. I think he should be looking to take that fight ASAP, because, look, Usyk showed signs of weaknesses there. That Fury should be able to exploit, being a big man. And Fury is actually starting to use a lot of his physical size. He's powerful. He can punch. So yeah. Let's make that that fight and see who's the best heavyweight in the world. I would like to see it. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.